Let's start our conversation about getting ready for the holidays. We've got two fantastic experts with us today who are going to share their insights based on their own business experiences. First, I'm thrilled to introduce Joy M. Hutton. Joy is a native of Chicago, Illinois, but has made Houston, Texas her second home. Joy is the founder of Joy of Consulting, a management consulting firm, and On the Go Glam, an on-demand platform that delivers beauty services to men and women in the comfort of their home, office, or hotel. And next, we're honored to have Dr. Penny Mickey. Penny is the owner and operator of the Memphis-based gourmet popcorn business, Mickey's Popcorn. Penny worked with her husband to create a business that blends the nonprofit with the for-profit world. On top of amazing flavors like Oreo and Kentucky bourbon caramel, Penny has first-hand experience of preparing her business for the holiday season. So excited to have you both. Let's jump in. How should businesses communicate about the holiday rush to their customers?
Especially what we saw during the pandemic, a lot of people were hit with problems with the supply chain. So how do you pivot if you don't have the ingredients? Like if Penny didn't have the ingredients to make her popcorn, how do you pivot? Do you let people know like there's going to be delays, which I think you should. You have to always be transparent with your customers to let them know if anything's changing with ingredients, also with shipping delays. So you have to anticipate the needs of your business. And then you also have to anticipate the needs of the customers, because customers will complain if anything changes. So you have to be aware of how you're going to answer any of those questions. A lot of the times what I do is, have a FAQ session or not session, but section on your website. So the most common questions that arise from your customers, making sure that you can answer those. And then especially with the holidays, there are going to be shipping delays. But one of the key things, because my background is HR and operations. So one of the key things is the people. So talking to your people about what's coming, especially if you have new employees, like, listen, guys, this is what we have to anticipate for the holiday season. So be ready. I think you also have to communicate your vacation policy, because people love to take time off around the holidays. So if there are some dates that you absolutely don't want people to take off, you need to communicate that to your team. And if there are certain days that, okay, you want Christmas Eve, it's either by seniority or it's first come, first serve, or whatever, who's been consistent about showing up. But that vacation policy needs to be communicated to your team, because you don't want to get to the holidays and there's no one there to work. And then also with seasonal workers, thinking about that, I would say you should be thinking about seasonal workers 6 months before the holiday season even arrives. So it's October, right? So you should probably be thinking about that in the spring. And I know that seems crazy, but the reason why is because, one, you have to budget for these people. Two, they have to be trained. And three, you have to integrate these people into your existing staff. So it has to be one big happy family. The other thing too is, don't forget about your existing staff during this time. You have to boost morale during the holiday season, because things are going to be very, very stressful. So whether that's an office party, whatever, giving them little gifts during this time, make sure your staff is happy so that they can meet the demands of this stressful holiday time. Because a lot of times we're like, everybody's got to work, it's crazy, whatever. But what about the people that are working for you? So again, don't forget about the people that are working for your business, as well as the customers.
Definitely prepping your partners, suppliers, and obviously your customers, because one of the elements with handling the holiday rush is ensuring that customer service doesn't take a back seat as well, right? And so part of that is going to involve making a plan for how you will let your customers know when you're sold out. It's okay if you're sold out and you can't meet the demand, and if you know that your customers are not willing to wait on the product, especially if getting it like January 4th is not going to be any fun at all. and they're not going to want it by then, right? So if they ordered something for either for gifts or for holiday parties, and your product has to beat a certain time frame, understanding that it's okay to say that you're sold out. It's better to do that early and to refund your customers and maybe even offer them a future discount or a future freebie. It's okay to already have that process in place, so that if you find yourself, with the great problem to have that you're completely sold out, that you make sure that you still preserve those customers who were in the queue to get the product and they have to get the refund. What's no fun, obviously, is for a customer to not know that you sold out until it's like, Christmas Eve, and they were hoping to get your product as one of their gifts, right? So making sure that you don't delay there, and just having a plan to be in contact with your customers about restock or being sold out.
We were talking about earlier, just transparency, letting them know that we may be experiencing shipping delays. Another tactic I've seen with clients that have products to sell online is doing pre-orders. So that way, what your load is going to be like. You have a pre-order window from this time to this time. So that way, you can already say, okay, whether we're going to be sold out or not, because we have the budget or we have the capacity to put out 1,000 orders. And once we hit that 1,000, that's it. So having pre-orders can also eliminate that holiday rush when you're just like, oh God, we've run out of things. But also you should be keeping track of your inventory on your back end too. Like if you have an e-commerce site, they allow you to put in your inventory and customers can see, oh shoot, they only have 2 more left. So I'm going to get these last 2. The other thing is, again, being transparent about those shipping delays. And then if you have, like Penny said, if you have sold out, just communicating that and not still trying to oversell. You don't want to overpromise and underdeliver, especially during the holiday times when it's such a sensitive time for people anyway. And if they're expecting something from you, you don't want to tick anybody off. And so the other thing too is offering free shipping for your loyal customers, sending them a coupon code with free shipping, so that we appreciate you during this season, and we want to just give you a little gift. So you want to make sure you're incentivizing people, and then if people are abandoning their cart, they have something in there, giving them a little nudge, because we're thinking about you. We want to make sure your gift gets to you in time. So don't abandon that cart. So there are little things that you can do to talk to people in a way that you would talk to a friend or whatever. You want to make people feel special during this time. So, but be transparent if you're running out of products and can't get it to them. One more thing too, make sure customers have tracking info, because customers like to see where their package is. I mean, just like you're watching, Uber Eats, where your food is on the map. People want to know, has my package actually been delivered? So make sure they have tracking info for their package. And that may be something that's common sense, but I've had companies that don't send me tracking info, and I have no idea when my package is going to arrive. The other thing with customers, you're going to have customer complaints. It's just the nature of the beast, unfortunately. Respond to them. Make sure you have a dedicated person to respond to them, because if you don't, they'll write a bad review and you don't want that. So again, incentivize people, take care of those returning customers, make them ambassadors during this time too. There's so many different things that you can do from a marketing perspective during this time to just get people excited about that holiday rush. So don't forget about don't forget about your returning customers during this time and how you can incentivize them.
One of the other things that is an option is to think about how, and again, you have to already know this in advance. If you already know how many units of something you're going to sell, turn that into a marketing and a boost opportunity, right? So if, people like things that are exclusive, right? So if they know that this is a one of 250, use that as a way to, hook your customers as well. So it really kind of turns the idea that a product is limited into an exclusivity and a marketing opportunity as well. So instead of you saying, well, I've only got 200, to possibly sell, you can turn that into showing that product is exclusive and can kind of help get some incentivize your customers to buy fast, buy early.
That's all the time we have for today. And thank you to everyone who joined. I hope you feel more prepared to create and maintain your business through this holiday season. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thanks,
Thank you.
Brittany. Thanks.
I appreciate you all.
Bye.